I want to talk about love. It has been on my heart, and it is all about the mission of Your Unity.
I use the word unity is embracing where you are about and community around you.
And so my point of departure is always stems from my faith.
Whatever's going to happen, God's people are going to be all right. And I want us to pause and just reflect on that one thing, that word love. It's 4 letters, such a short word, but it means so much.
And that energy naturally exudes,
Yes.
and people are attracted to those things.
It's just another moment for creative thought, and I think that has to be put out there for people to understand.
We can't control the whole world, but we can control ourselves. If each of us chooses love and unity in our own lives, the ripple effect can heal communities, cities, and nations. Welcome, everyone, to Our Unity, a show that wishes to spread a spirit of peace and love in the world, one conversation at a time. We want to encourage you to show compassion, show some love, and show some respect for those that are different than you. In this world where there are so many that are living differently, that are seeing and viewing the world differently, it is so important that we respect one another, that we show love and compassion and support one another, and more importantly, that we accept one another. I am your host, LeShawn Walker. I'd like to welcome you in. Please like, share, and follow. Let everyone know that we're on right now. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful week. I hope that you're doing good today. I hope that you're feeling blessed, and I hope more importantly that you're feeling loved. It has been such a crazy couple of weeks, my friends, not only in people's lives, but in this world. So I want to take a moment today and just check on you. How are you doing? And if you're doing well, can you tell me if you're checking on others? So many are going through so much right now, and they might not be willing to share it. Maybe they don't want to face it, or maybe they just don't want to burden you with their problems. But it's important that we just take some time to ask people how they are doing, especially at this time right now. So many are dealing with challenges. So many are dealing with sadness and depression. So many people are dealing with tragedies in their lives. And I'm actually one of them that's going through something. So I want you to ask me, how are you doing today, LeShawn? And I'm going to be honest with you. I've been going through some stuff the last couple of weeks. It's been rough, my friends. It really, really has. I keep a smile on my face. I stay positive. I'm always encouraged by what I see and what I hear from others. But sometimes, I have to sit in what I'm going through. So I kind of want to share with you what's been going on in my life the last couple of weeks, because Your Unity is all about spreading love and peace and joy and uplifting one another. But also, Our Unity is when you show compassion for those that are going through something. So I want to share. This past week, unfortunately, a family member of mine, a friend actually, but a friend who is a family, was tragically taken from us this past week, I believe. His name is Edgar Spence, and I'm sure that you guys have seen it and heard it on the news. He was in the Bronx. He lived in the Bronx, and he was sitting outside just having fun with his friends. I think they were playing cards, having a little barbecue, and unfortunately, somebody was shooting a gun, and unfortunately, he got hit, and he ended up passing away. This man, this amazing man, Edgar Spence, I've known him for so many years. He is a father. He is a grandfather. He is a great-grandfather. And he was loved by so many. I got to know Edgar because my best friend, unfortunately, she's no longer here. That's actually her stepfather. So when I saw it on the news, I'm going to be honest with you, it didn't connect. I didn't read it. I didn't register that it was him. And I had to hear from his granddaughter to realize that this man that I've been hearing about on the news was actually the victim of this crime, and it shook me to my core. There is so much going on in this world right now, and it is so important that we keep in contact with those that we love on them while they're here, and more importantly, that we stay safe out in these streets. There's so much danger out, and it's lurking and wanting to just take us out, but we have to be vigilant in the way that we move, the places that we go. And more importantly, we have to make sure that we're pouring into our youth, pouring into our children, making sure that we're giving them opportunity, that we're showing them that there is better out there, that we're giving them some type of recreation so they can be learning instead of out on the streets harming and hurting others. So I pray that you're, one of those people that is pouring into your children, showing them that there's a better way to live here on this earth, and actually trying to instill in them the goodness and the greatness that they could actually be if they put their mind to it. There's so many youth right now that are in gangs and that are just misled and don't have the proper guidance. We have to be their guidance. So I give all honor and respect to the families of those who have had to deal with any trauma and tragedies this past week and the past couple of months, as well as my family, the Reed family. I am so sorry for your loss. I love you so very much, and I'm so sorry that Edgar Pops Spence is no longer here. But he lived such a great life. And then, a couple of weeks ago also, I'm sure you've got some dog lovers out there in your Unity sphere. I am one of them. I had a beautiful Shih Tzu named Willow, and I'm going to try to get through this without crying. But we had to put my beautiful Shih Tzu down last week, and it has traumatized me, to be honest with you. Every single day I am crying. Willow was my best friend. She was my road dog. She was a great listener. That dog just got me through so much. And I didn't realize how much love you can have for a pet until I had that dog in my life for as long as I have. I've had pets in my life as a youth, but none affected me the way that this dog has. My family right now is shook. Every minute is a new moment that I'm spending without Willow, and it feels so different. And I'm trying my best in every way to stay uplifted, to stay encouraged, and to just remember all the good times. But that dog, honestly, was a great part of my life, and I'm going to miss her. And I do miss her so very much. I don't want to talk and be sad here on this show today because there's so much good stuff to talk about, but I just wanted to share with you that some people could be going through something, and you would never, ever, ever know unless you took the time to ask. And once you ask, you would be surprised on what they're willing to share and how you just listening could help them in some form or some fashion. Me sharing this with you is helping me right now, is making me feel a little better on the inside. Knowing that I'm able to talk about that beautiful dog that meant so much to me is comforting to me. And hopefully you'll be able to love on your pet a little bit deeper today as well. And sharing the story about Edgar, for us to go out there and love on our family members, make sure that we're instilling greatness into our children. Let's try to live a better life by putting more better greatness, love, peace, and joy into this world. So that's what I just wanted to share with you today. So today is also in honor of Autism Awareness or Acceptance Month. And I have an amazing guest here today, and I'm going to tell you I had to chase this lady down to get her on this show today because I thought it was so fitting and so important that she actually come. So Autism Acceptance Month is observed every April. It began as Autism Awareness Month in the 1970s and has grown into a movement that goes beyond awareness to true understanding and inclusion. It's important because it encourages us to recognize, respect, and celebrate individuals on the autism spectrum, while also supporting their unique needs, strengths, and experiences. Autism Acceptance Month reminds us that it's not just about knowing, it's about how we show up. Creating spaces where every individual feels seen, valued, and supported every single day. So let me just ask you something. What does autism really look like? And more importantly, how are we showing up for those who experience the world differently than we do? Tonight, we're not just talking about awareness, we're talking about understanding, acceptance, and action. Because one thing to know, but it's another thing to truly see, support, and create a space for every child to thrive. So this conversation today is not just personal, it's powerful, and it's very, very necessary. And we're going to be speaking to an amazing woman who is literally Autism Awareness in Action. That is the title of the show, Autism Awareness in Action, creating spaces where every child thrives. And we're going to be speaking to the amazing Dr. Ralu Onubogu. I had this before I had to say it. Anyway, she is a doctor of physical therapy, healthcare leader, entrepreneur, and devoted wife and mother of 3. She serves as president of Columbus Staffing Services, CEO of Kindness Unlimited Physical, Occupational and Speech Therapy Services, and vice president of rehabilitation services at a leading healthcare organization. With extensive experience in post-acute care, Dr. Onubogu has transformed healthcare facilities by enhancing clinical performance, improving patient satisfaction, and reducing operational costs. She is also the founder of Therapist Lounge, New York's largest coalition of therapists, creating a collaborative space for professionals to share knowledge, resources, and elevate patient outcomes. Recognized with the prestigious Marquis Who's Who honor for excellence in healthcare, Dr. Onubogu is deeply committed to serving special needs communities. She is the founder of Sensory Island, a nonprofit organization that provides a therapeutic, nurturing, and inclusive environment for children with all abilities, especially those on the autism spectrum. Inspired by both her professional expertise and her personal journey as a mother of a child with autism, she remains actively involved in ensuring Sensory Island continues to be a place of healing, growth, and belonging. In addition, through her nonprofit Kindness Unhindered, she empowers young Africans through education, mentorship, and community-driven initiatives. Dr. Onubogu is also the author of Her Power, Her Story, a powerful collection highlighting 40 women who rose above challenges and refused to be diminished. A passionate advocate, leader, and change maker, Dr. Ralu Onubogu continues to dedicate her life to creating opportunities, supporting families, and making a lasting impact in communities both locally and globally. So please help me welcome the beautiful Dr. Ralu Onubogu. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being here. I so appreciate you for being here, especially during this time, during this month, and with all the work that you have going on and that you're doing for the autism community. I thought that it was definitely a great fit for today. So thank you, I appreciate it. How was your day?
Amazing, busy but happy.
Yes, yes, that's what we have to be, my friend. Busy but happy. I think that's important. And plus also in a lot of people's minds with so much going on, it's great to be busy so you're not sitting in what you could
Yeah,
be sitting in, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Well, thank you again so much for being here. And again, as I mentioned in her beautiful bio, this woman is doing some wonderful work in the autism community. I know that you're a mother. I know that you've had an incredible journey, but beyond the titles that I've read, can you share with me, what it is for you to be a mother and a woman right now at this time and with a child with autism?
Yeah, so essentially I would say that of all the titles that I have or that I carry, mom is the most important one to me. And when my son Toby, became diagnosed, I realized that, hey, we have a difficult journey ahead of us, but I don't love him any less. Yeah. I have a big job that God has given to me, and I have to do my very best to do it well.
Yeah.
So I have lived my life just wanting to be a better mom for Toby, wanting to be a good support system, wanting to be the best that I can be for him. Yeah. I haven't always felt successful. There's been times that I have felt, hey, I could be doing better. I could be doing more. There's been times that I have struggled with balance in career, right. Being a wife, the different things that I'm doing and making sure that I still feel like, hey, I'm doing all that I can be doing for him. And that actually, that led me to my realization that I want to be part of the solution. Just talking to other moms, talking to other families who have children with special needs, children on the spectrum, I've just kind of had the same echoes, people feeling, hey, there's not enough. We're not doing enough. There are gaps in care. There's gaps in the support system for these children, for this population. And I wanted to be part of the solution. So I'm like, yeah, there are gaps. And hey, there are things that I wish could be a little different. So what can we do to fix that?
I love that.
What can we do to make a difference? And that's how Sensory Island really started.
I love that. Well, you said I read that you have 3 children. Where does Toby fit into those 3 children? And tell us a little about your family before we dig into, the work that you're doing and how you filled that gap.
Yes. So I have my amazing, amazing husband who I wouldn't be where I am today without him. Aww. That man just really just accepts me for who I am. I say what I want to do and he's like, all right, let's do it. Wow. Even when it's not in his best interest, I must add.
You got an amazing support system. I hear that.
So I have my husband and I have my 3 kids. Toby is the very first one.
Aww.
So he is my womb opener. He's my firstborn child, And Toby right now is 15. He's going to be 16 this year.
Wow.
Then I have Amanda.
Okay.
That's the princess. Mm-hmm. That's mommy's mini-me.
I love that. And the middle child, so I know she's spoiled, right?
Well, she argues that she's not. That brings us to like a whole other dynamic right there. But there's actually something like, it's terrible, but I'm going to share anyway. So I have Amanda, and then I have Chinedu. Okay. He's my last. He's 7. And he has ADHD. He's hyperactive. So now I have Toby, who's on the spectrum, and Amanda, who's typical. Okay. So my poor baby Amanda, in this balance somewhere, sometimes Amanda feels like she doesn't get enough attention. You see that? Yeah. And I remember one conversation that broke my heart to pieces one day. Amanda came to me, I was like, Mommy, Toby has autism and Pom Pom has ADHD. What do I have? I'm like, you don't have anything. Thank God for that. Right. She says, but Mom, I would like to have something. I'm like, huh? I was like, Amanda, please. Wow. I'm grateful to God that you have nothing. She says, well, because you just love Toby so much and you spend so much. And Pom Pom gets away with everything. So I've decided what I have. I'm like, what do you have, Amanda? She said, Mommy, I decided I have anxiety so that it can match with autism and ADHD. Anxiety is an A word. I'm like, Amanda.
Oh my goodness. How old is this girl again?
She's 9.
Oh my God.
So I said, Amanda, no, you don't have to have anxiety.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for you.
Yeah.
You are a good girl.
Yes.
You know, you're typical, thank God.
Yes.
And you continue to support your brothers and everyone else. And I have a job for you.
Oh, God.
Come help do the dishes.
Yes, exactly. Help me love on them a little bit more. Help me help them a little bit more.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that she said, but I kind of get it as well. You know what I mean? Because she's probably seeing that there's more attention to the other two.
Yes, and we can't help that.
Yeah, but you can't, exactly. But in that, it should also teach her how to be that more giving and compassionate and
Yeah.
loving person. So she's going to get it when she gets a little older. But I
Yeah.
cannot believe she said that. I now have anxiety. I already feel like a whole bunch of kids are coming up with stuff that they have so they don't have to deal with life. You know what I'm saying? And this little girl actually said it, well, I see how you treat Toby and I see how you treat so you need to give me a little bit more.
I know.
You'll be okay, Amanda. You're going to be okay. So you finding out, you know, that Toby, was it an early diagnosis? Did you notice something immediately? How did that go?
So, you know, very great question, because it really wasn't that early a diagnosis. So Toby was my first child, so my very first time. I have knowledge of developmental milestones from being a therapist.
Okay.
So I know what he should be doing and when.
Right.
But as Toby started to, you know, to develop, I realized that he wasn't doing all the things that he should be doing. I went to my doctor and I was like, hey, you know, like he's not talking enough, he's not making enough sounds, he's not really interacting as I thought he would be, you know, like, but they're like, no, it's okay, you know, you're in a house where there are multiple languages being spoken, and that kind of confuses kids and it causes them to be delayed.
Right.
So I hung on to that because that's a better reality, right? So, but as time progressed and I saw that there were other things, you know, eye contact wasn't as good as I would like it to be.
Right.
But then, you know, I was still in a little bit of denial, because as moms and as parents and as people, we don't want to believe,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So I hung on to what the doctor said. I'm like, hey, we speak multiple languages, you know. So like, very soon he's gonna get it. He's gonna catch up and start communicating better and talking better. But then that you know, that didn't happen. Time continued to pass, and we started seeking specialists, developmental pediatricians, you know, neurologists, and eventually the diagnosis came.
Right.
It wasn't as easy, because I would tell myself, hey, but he doesn't toe walk and he doesn't line up toys, and he's really emotional and affectionate. So he didn't check all the boxes. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's the thing about autism. Every child is their own person.
It's different. Exactly.
They're
That's
their
right.
own individual.
Yeah.
And it's a whole spectrum,
Yes.
a whole wide spectrum. So they don't have to check all the boxes, but hey, my family had to live with that, you know, deal with that, adjust to that. It was a big blow, you know, because we all have these dreams and goals and plans that we have for our children. You know, what we wish for them to be, what we wish for them to be able to attain and adjust. And then I realized, hey, it may not be all that, but hey, I still want to be optimistic and wish for the very best. So how do I support Toby? How do I help Toby be the best he can be?
Yes.
What is Toby able to do? You know, and that's just what it's been. So we've had our challenges, we've had our struggles, high points, low points, but I am Toby's mommy, you know.
Right.
That's who
That's
I am.
what's important, exactly. And he was given to you specifically for a purpose, for a reason.
this
You know,
purpose.
that's what I'm saying. Well, we do realize that autism, it's a spectrum. No one is a typical person with autism, and
Absolutely.
their signs and symptoms and their interactions are going to be different than others. So what is his superpower? Because like you said, there's so many different, you know, ways that you can view what autism is per child, but they all, I think, are so special, and they hold something so beautiful within them. What is his superpower? Because you did say he's very affectionate. So
He is. Toby is a love ball. Toby is so affectionate. Toby is so sweet, and he just senses like your mood. I would come in really pressed and stressed from work, and Toby would just come and hold me, you know? I'm like, this boy knows how I'm feeling. He knows what I'm going through. And he may not be able to have that conversation to say, oh, talk to me, mommy, like, you know, Amanda would, or anything like that. But I could just feel him wanting to take that pressure away from me. And that's enough for me, you know?
I love that.
So he's affectionate, he's kind, he's empathetic. He's there for his siblings in his way, which when I see that, it fills my heart. I'm like, he still knows he's the big brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knows that he has to support Pom Pom. He knows that he has to give his toy to Pom Pom because Pom Pom wants it. You know what I mean? So he's a good boy. But one thing I must say is that Toby is a cleaning machine.
Okay, I kind of like that. And he's a boy? Are you serious? Are you not yelling at him? Didn't I say to keep your room clean? Seriously.
Hey, Toby is a cleaning machine. Toby stands when my husband would be eating his yogurt, and Toby is already feeling, oh, he needs to finish that yogurt, and that needs to go in the garbage.
Wow.
So Toby's waiting for him to finish it. And if it takes too long, Toby's standing next to him, waiting for that yogurt container.
Oh my God. I actually like that though.
So he's in the kitchen with me. I'm cooking. He's cleaning up after me. He wants everything nice and clean, right?
You see?
So he just wants to clean and get it back to being organized.
Yes.
That chaos, like, probably drives him crazy, so he doesn't want it.
Yeah.
He wants us to finish and clean, and everything is back to where it should be.
I love that. I love
There's
that.
a downside to that.
Really? What's the downside? Because I can't see it. I'm serious. I would love that. Yeah, go follow after me and clean up after mommy, you know?
My mom had her birthday party 2024, 2 years ago. She turned 60. We had a whole big party, so we had this amazing cake for her. But then we came back so late, and everything was spread out across the table, and everybody just went to bed because we were exhausted.
Right.
Toby woke up early and cleaned up.
Wow.
Our amazing cake was in the garbage.
No. He was like, no, they don't need this.
Like,
They're not
nah,
gonna. We're not
open.
finished this.
It wasn't put in the fridge. It was just
It was in the garbage, and then
he cleaned up.
I know that's right. He probably just knew he did the right thing. You know what I mean?
So I was looking for this cake. I'm like, but where's the cake? Where did we leave it at the hall? Like, where could it be? And something just said, this place is a little too clean. Just look in the garbage.
OMG. I love you, Toby. You watch it. I love you, my friend. I'm saying you can bring him to my house and hang out with me for a little while.
He'll come visit you.
I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Well, let me ask you, what have the challenges been? Because I know, that's sort of part of it. You don't want to tell him, stop cleaning, like leave the things, like you want to be able to let him be free in doing what he needs to do, expressing the way he sees things, you know what I mean? So what have been some of the challenges that you've had to endure on this journey?
There has been a lot. I think the most painful one for me is Toby's minimally verbal, so he can only express wants and needs. Okay. So he would talk about, he would have conversations like a robot. Like if Toby wants something, he's like, Mama, I want steak. That's how Toby really sounds. And this is us coming a long way with years of speech therapy.
Oh, wow.
In the beginning, he won't say anything.
Oh, wow.
So we celebrated when Toby started to say words, even if they were one words. And when he started to put two words together, we celebrated that. And when he would make sentences, so now initially he would just start with steak. And then I'll say, make a sentence. I want steak. I'll say, ask nicely. I want steak, please.
Yep. Yep.
So, we had to build up to that.
Yeah.
But there will be times that I would see that he's in pain and I wouldn't know what's hurting. As a mom, that breaks my heart. Because I'm like, what is it? I don't know if it's his head. I don't know if it's, so I'm trying to use cues. Is it your stomach? I'll push on his stomach. Is it your head? I'm trying to figure out what.
Right.
And because of that, sometimes you miss things, and then you find out later this boy has struggled with a horrible ear infection for like, you know, how many days because he couldn't tell us, and I couldn't figure it out.
I get it.
So there was one time I saw, you know, like his toe was, he had stopped a toe and was really hurt from it. It was essentially black and blue. It had happened, and I didn't know. He couldn't tell us. So it wasn't until I saw it on the weekend that I started going to, you know, the urgent care. So things like that break me, because I'm like, this boy could be struggling with something, suffering from an injustice, or whatever it is, whatever he feels. He can't really communicate it. So that communicating part of it is just the worst part. And then it leads to negative behaviors, because when they want something and they're unable to communicate, or they are trying to communicate and we're not understanding, that's where the behaviors come in, because it's their way of trying to express themselves.
Acting out,
It's their way of trying to express themselves. So with Toby just growing up, there were times where, you know, we went through different things. So we went through the phase where he would run off, you know, where we're going to the stores. That was a hardship, because I had to make sure I had someone with me and I could have him, so that if he runs, I can catch him. You know, and the actual running would happen, and you would just see me dashing down the mall, grabbing my son like a nice, you know.
No, trust me, I've seen it, because you see the news when these kids just escape from school, or escape from the care of the parent, or just leave the house, and then it's some tragedy that they find them somewhere. So I get it. I know that must be just hard for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it's not easy, but hey, I love my Toby, and whatever it takes, we will learn it. We'll figure it out.
I know that's right.
We will get through it.
Yeah. How was that as an adjustment? Because you did mention earlier, and you do, as parents, we have this idea of how our family is going to be. You're a new mom. I'm going to have the perfect child, and you know,
Future
he's going to
president.
go yes, exactly. Ivy League school. I've already got his college already planned out in his future. How big of an adjustment was that for you, and what would you like to share with, you know, other parents out there that would possibly go through what you had to experience?
Yes. So I have always been like an A-type, you know, kind of person. I'm always like the leader in things, volunteering for stuff, putting things together. Is just who I am. I want to serve, I want to do. So I just thought that, you know, like, I'm going to birth all my children and they're going to be this, and everything will be perfect. And that's what I had planned for myself. But God had other plans. But after I came to terms with the fact that, hey, my son has autism, and I would have to adjust my expectations. But then I thought about it. I'm like, those were my plans. Who told me that those are God's plans? And yeah, maybe Toby's not going to be the president, but who says that what he will be is not enough?
That's right.
So I told myself that, and then I also told myself that my job as his mommy is to position him that he can be the best he can be, and let it be enough for me. So, and that's where my journey began. You know, I started to think, you know, what can Toby learn to do better? How can, you know, is he happy in his school, in his classroom? How do I work with his ABA professionals, his teachers, so that Toby is equipped to be as independent an individual as he can be? And once that's done, the next step comes with, hey, will Toby be able to be gainfully employed? Pre-vocational training stuff, things like that. Those are some of the things that helped me pour into this whole sensory island idea. I don't know yet what Toby will be when he grows up, but whatever it would be, whatever it is, when we figure it out, I'll be happy with it. It will be enough for me that he's even trying to do something. And if it ends up being that Toby does not work a day in his life because nobody hires him,
you hire him. She got a whole business. You go hire him.
Then he will work at Sensory Island,
Yes.
whether he's volunteering
Yeah.
or actually working, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Hey, we need people to clean.
Thank you. He was created for such a time as this, my friend. Whatever it is, he's going to be put in the right place to do exactly what God intended for him.
That's it.
How-
And I'm happy with it.
Exactly. You can't be anything but happy. That's your baby. You
That
know what I
is.
mean? And it's your first. So how has this experience changed you as an individual? You just said you were a type person. You was a go-getter. You're out there. I'm trying to make big moves. I'm the big mama. I'm going to do like literally. So how has this changed Dr. Ralu?
So having this my baby boy has just made me see really deeply into this population. And I still want to make big moves for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to make sure that as a people, a community, you know, the world, everyone is paying attention to this population.
Yeah.
Our people of different abilities.
Yeah.
And being empathetic, being considerate,
Yeah.
being understanding, making room for them.
Yes.
Because there's so many things that we do for ourselves,
Yeah.
but a lot of them don't really include them or consider them.
Yeah.
So now I want to do the very best I can for them.
Yeah.
Advocate, fighter, mommy, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
So Sensory Island is just one initiative and the first of what I hope to be many. And my goal is to not just do this, but also essentially collaborate with a lot of people who are out there already advocating and fighting and speaking up for this special needs population so that together our voices can be louder.
Yes.
Together we can actually make change.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
My dad says that a drop of water can turn into a mighty ocean. Many, many, many drops of water. That's what it turns into. So all of us together.
Yes, you have to. You're absolutely right. We have to work together in revealing that the differences in others is their power. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it can change the core of who we are as well. You know what I mean? And us not just being so fixated on what normal is supposed to. There is no normal.
No.
God didn't create a normal. You know, we're all different and we're all special within ourselves. So seeing how they see the world differently truly to me inspires me. Just the fact that you said Toby sees a clean world. He sees everything in order.
Yes.
I think that is a power, you know what I'm saying? And it needs to also be shared and shown to others as well. So you founded Sensory Island, and this was supposed to fit a need, to fill a space, to fill a void. How did that, before we run out of time, how did that come about, that idea?
So that was actually lived experience.
Okay.
I went to Tanga Outlets on a play date with my girlfriend, my kids, me with my kids, her with her kids. We had a whole plan and the kids were excited and we went there and wanted to have fun. But as we got there, Toby wasn't having it. It wasn't a good day. Toby was, meltdown, crying, falling on the floor, pulling, dragging to go back to the car. Like he just wasn't having it. It wasn't working out.
Right.
So unfortunately, without the kids getting to play, without me getting, like my time with my friend that I had been looking forward to, because sometimes adult conversations I even had to have. Like we're so engrossed with everything. And we had to leave.
Wow.
So we turned around and we got back in the car and we started going, and my other kids are whining, "Oh, mommy, but I wanted to see my friend." And it's unfair. It's not fair. Why must we leave? But there was no way.
Yeah.
So in that moment, I started to ask myself, what if a place exists that I could have left these children?
Yeah.
Not just Toby, so I don't feel like I just dropped off my kid who has an issue in a place so that these other ones can have fun and so that I wouldn't feel guilty.
Right.
A place that would allow all of them to be in the same place and it would cater to all their needs.
Wow.
They would all have fun. My child on the spectrum, like the typical ones, and I could breathe a little. I can have adult time.
Yes.
What if this place exists? It right now does not. And I was like, what if it exists right here in Tanga
Tanga
outlets
outlets.
in Deer Park?
Yes! Oh, the perfect place.
I know.
Yes.
Because that's where we were trying to go.
Yeah.
And I was like, if it does, we could have gone to the movies. There are lots of restaurants here. There's
Yeah.
so many things that we could do
Yes.
in the time that the kids would be playing. And it would be, you know, the best of both worlds for the adults, for the kids.
Right.
The very next week, because it was a weekend, on Monday, I went over to Tanga and I spoke to the regional director.
Wow.
And I was like, hey, is there a space here? Yeah. And that was how the conversation started. And series of different things happened that just led me to see that, hey, God's hands,
Yes.
you know, God supports this plan.
Yeah.
And this is what I should be doing. And that's essentially how this happened.
Sensory Island
Was born.
It is opening next month, from what I understand.
Yes.
You were actually speaking about it at the ribbon cutting on News 12.
Yes.
We have a clip, and I would like to share it with you guys right now. The beginning of Sensory Island in Deer Park.
There's a new addition coming to Tanger Outlets Deer Park, and it's called Sensory Island.
My name is Dr. Ralu Onubogu, and I'm excited today because we're having the ribbon cutting ceremony for Sensory Island, a therapeutic sensory play space that we are introducing to the community today. We're building out this 13,000 square foot space at Tanga Outlets in Deer Park, New York. I'm so excited that we're going to be able to finally have a place that children on the spectrum and typical kids can play together in an integrated play space that caters to all their needs.
Also, World Autism Awareness Day. This is what we strive to do every single day in the state, is to ensure that every child, regardless of strengths and challenges that they can overcome if we do the right thing by them. And today we're doing the right thing by them.
Finally, we're going to have a place where all the kids can be together and parents can breathe again.
Set to open to the public this coming May, this facility is fully accessible for children of all abilities, with an experienced team of professionals ready to help make the children and parents' lives easier.
It's an incredible community to open up new possibilities and new avenues for children to be healthier from the inside out.
Attendees got to tour the construction and see the upcoming rooms that are going to be available on site, which will be detailed and interactive.
So the students are going to learn how to plant, to take care of, and harvest the greens, and then we're going to implement them into everything that they get to eat and drink.
And anyone who comes and visits Long Island can stop by here. Not only the Tanger Outlets, but come and visit Sensory Island as well. You know, the impact that it will have on tourism here is amazing, because it's the first of its kind here on Long Island, and to let people know that we have it here gives us more the opportunity to meet new people, have people share what we have here, and honestly just make Long Island a better place.
Stay tuned for more and follow to discover Long Island.
That is incredible. It is beautiful. It's, you know, I'm already sensitive today. I've been going through so much, girl. But I feel like crying. I think that is the most beautiful idea. You as a physical therapist, doctor of physical therapy, certified physical therapist, are you going to be actually working here as well, or you're just running the space? Like, tell me how your role as a therapist, as well as, you know, a mom and a business owner, is going to play into this amazing space.
So I wear so many different hats, so it would be impossible for me to actually be in the site like as the treating practitioner, you know, the treating therapist. So I would have like therapists,
Okay.
PT, OT, speech therapists who would be working there.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So I'm essentially CEO / founder, but I would have, you know, like directors and managers. It's a big space with a lot to manage and
Wow.
and handle.
I
you
can't
know.
wait to see it. I really, really can't. And it's in the perfect location.
Location.
You have no idea, because again, you were already going to a space to
Yeah.
visit, to hang out with a friend,
Yeah.
because like you said, we do need our mommy time as well.
We do.
And you wanted your children to be able to be free to play, to enjoy their space. So now you have created it. How important is that? And how does this moment make you feel?
It makes me feel really good because, you know, just respite cannot be overemphasized. Caregivers, sometimes they get overlooked, you know, the burnout syndrome. People get like just mental health challenges and issues come from the the overwork and burnout that's not addressed.
Right.
So no matter what we do, we always have to make time to try to take a minute to breathe again. And when you're a mom or a parent to a child with special needs, sometimes you don't have that minute to breathe because they're yours 24/7.
Yeah.
When they go to school, they come back, they're yours. And when they go to school, you're at work. So somehow it's hard to get the time that you need.
Right.
Because I have seen what this strain can do to families, lots of divorces in the special needs space.
Wow.
Yes, because these families are going through so much stress. It doesn't mean they're bad people. Just
Right.
stress is just not a good factor to pair with anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So these marriages are going through much more than the average marriage is going through. So a lot of times you would see broken families as a result of it. So when it happens, this is even worse for the child because instead of having mommy and daddy to lean on, now it's mommy here and daddy this weekend, and it's just so much harder.
Yeah.
So I have just seen from my own experience, like families that we started out together and they were together and then now they're not anymore.
Right.
So with this being said, I wanted to make sure that respite is something we can offer here.
Right.
Leave your baby, go have your date night, go have lunch with your husband, go see a movie with your friends,
Right.
come back refreshed and able to be your best self
I love that.
for your child.
I love that. So what are you offering the children while they're there? Because I know it's not a babysitting
No,
place. Exactly.
absolutely.
So I know that you're going to ensure that they have just as much as, sensory overload as possible. But what does that look like?
It's a therapeutic play space. So what that looks like is that we have like a clinical gym for PT, OT, speech therapy services. We have a gross motor skills room. So that has your climbing walls, your zip lines, your ball pits, physical. So when they come and they play, when they get home, they're exhausted, they can go to bed.
Oh, God, I love that. I know love that.
Specialized sensory rooms. We have a party room that caters to this population so we can celebrate them just the same way we celebrate other kids, the typical kids.
Right.
But now this room is specialized for this. We have a nook where they can go and decompress when they're getting overstimulated so that they don't have to melt down in front of other people like I've seen happen, like has happened to me in parties that I've tried to throw for Toby. You know what I mean? We have a sensory cafe. Our goal is to foster socialization. So socialization is one of the things that children on the spectrum or neurodivergent kids struggle with, and we want to be able to use in occupational therapy and speech therapy, foster that, promote, like conversations and making friends and building relationships. These kids need to be supported through this process, and we will provide that. Our goal is to form a community, like create our community, our little advocacy community that we can support parents through the processes. There are so many benefits out there, but most times we parents, we don't know enough about them.
Right.
So because we don't know, we don't have them for our kids.
Exactly, yeah.
So a small percentage of parents know and have them, but what about the rest?
Yeah.
Everyone deserves them.
Right.
Everyone is entitled to them.
Right.
So we can be that organization, that group that helps parents through this. We already hired like a certified self-direction broker who can help see parents through getting the services and the benefits that will help their children get through this. So there's so many different components. We have a glam room.
Oh,
We need a better name for it.
yes. No, I like that. I'll try to help you with that one. But go ahead.
But so the vision behind that is Toby struggled with haircuts. Growing up, we would take Toby to the barbershop and there would be 3 of us holding him down, sitting on him, trying to get his hair
Wow.
cut. Because it's very sensory
Yeah.
and he just didn't like it. But I
Right.
won't let my son walk around looking
Yeah.
crazy. He
I
needed to
know.
be groomed.
He couldn't look rough around you, girl. I know that's right.
So we struggled through that, and we would just get through haircuts, and it would be traumatizing for him, for me, for the barber.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted a place where we could have children get haircuts, get their hair done, things like that, but minimize the stress associated with it. So the clipper would be, you know, like low sound, less vibrations, catering to this population. The environment will be calming, sensory, but it will be okay if we needed to sit on the floor to get this haircut. There'll be no one staring. There'll be no whispers and murmuring because it's abnormal.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And they have the next person they gotta get to, and you take it.
That's what we had to live through. Like I lived through the you know, like the advice. You know, people saying, "Well, do you need to cut his hair? Because this is a lot." What do I do?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I know.
So we will be that place that will be judgment-free for parents, for families.
That's
you
what
know?
it sounds like. It sounds like a space that they're going to see themselves as, and not have to compare it to anything else. Like, it's a one-stop shop. It's not just a jungle gym, a playland. It's literally therapy. It's for the physical. It's for the mental. It's for the emotional. It's for every single day activities that they have to endure. I love it.
Absolutely. Yes. I forgot to mention the ADL suite. We have an activities of daily living suite where they're going to learn everyday tasks. How to make the bed, how to do the dishes, how to sort laundry and do it, how to iron, how to steam, because we want them to grow up to be independent. And we don't want to wait until they've aged out to start the process.
Exactly.
You know, we want them to take care of themselves, light meal prep, things like that. And parents are working. Because I know how it feels, you know, coming back from work and wishing I had more time to spend teaching my son. So we will be that place for everyone.
And I love that because it's really not just for the parents. It's for the kids' well-being as well. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it's not just some place to sit them so that the parents can go and do and live their life. It's literally some place for the kids to grow and for them to learn. And I think that is beautiful. That is an amazing idea you came up with. Sensory Island. So I understand that you are accepting registrations now. Is there a monthly fee? Is there, depending on what services the parent wants to take advantage of? How are you pricing this space?
So there is a fee for play.
Okay.
For open play, there's if the child is there for therapy, we would accept insurance. So there would be really no fee, except the person has an insurance that we don't participate in. But on our website, we would have a link to all the different insurances that we participate in. There will be memberships. So if a person purchases a membership, just very much like a gym membership, they would have like discounted pricing for classes, some free classes available. There are lots of enrichment classes that we will be offering, like art classes and music classes and etiquette classes. There are a lot of things that right now there's just not enough emphasis. Handwriting clinics. A lot of people don't know how to write nicely anymore. They're typing and they think it's enough.
Even me, I lost the exactly. So you're teaching them from the ground up how to learn. Oh, I love it.
Our goal is to, so we would have those classes and they'll be available. Parents will be able to look through and see what they like and what they want to pick for their kids and try them out and add to them, remove, you know. So it will be.
And mind you, there's so much that's available that you can literally, this 6 months I'm going to do this. The next 6 months I'm going to check these classes out. So you're going to, they can grow into the classes as well. I love that. I love that. All right. Well, I have one last question. When you think about the work you're doing and the impact you're making, what is the legacy you hope to leave for your son and for the community?
I want to keep trying my best to be the best version of myself that I can be. So when I say that, what I mean is just continuing to see things that I can do better and just doing them. You know, it's easy for us to see the downsides, the failures, but hey, those things do happen. They are there. But if we can bring the positive to the situation, we can bring the pluses, the yeses to the conversation, I think that that's really the best legacy we can leave. So that's what I would say. I want to continue to bring the yeses to the situation.
I love that. Well, you're doing great work. I love this idea. I cannot wait to share it with those that I know and I love. I'm going to have my friend from Maryland drive all the way up here just to attend. I'm so serious. So we're going to put up the flyer where people who are interested in registering, there is the information, the opening end of May 2026, Sensory Island. It is almost here. I'm so excited. So join the wait list, and we're going to give also your information on where they can follow you. You're on Instagram at Sensory Island, also the website www.sensoryisland.com, and if you guys want to email her, you can email her at admin@sensoryisland.com. Thank you so much for being here, Dr. Ralu, and for sharing your story, your journey, your passion, you know what I mean, and the great work that you're doing, not just for others, but for your son, you know what I'm saying, and how you're pouring into him daily, and just showing him that he's so great, you know what I mean? And he can create and become such great things. And as long as you just stay there with him, guiding him, there is nothing in this world that he cannot accomplish. And I love that. I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. This has been amazing. And you know what? I'm taking with me what you said when we first started. I'm going to go home and check on my people, check on my friends.
Yes,
but
please do.
We don't do enough of that.
We
Life
don't.
gets busy and we forget.
Yes, yes.
So.
And I feel the same for you. So I hope that all is well with you. I know you shared something with me earlier, so my prayers and my blessings are with you as well, okay? Thank you, Dr. Ralu. She's amazing. She's coming back because once it opens, we got to find out what happened and how's it going and what's doing and who's coming.
Yes.
Oh, my God. So look, I want to get real quick to the Dare to Be You. And in honor of Autism Acceptance Month, dare to see beyond the label and embrace the individual. Dare to lead with patience, understanding, and love. Dare to create spaces where every voice is heard and every difference is valued. Dare to shift from awareness to true acceptance. Because when we honor every ability, we build a world where everyone belongs. And that's exactly what this beautiful young lady has shared with us today. If you build it, they will come. You know what I mean? Yeah. She is Autism Awareness in action. She saw a void. She saw a space that needed to be filled, and she created it. And I am so happy that now there are families out there that will be able to have a respite because of what you developed, not just for them, but also for their children, to grow, for them to seek greatness in their lives, for them to learn. These things are available at Sensory Island. So once it opens up next month, and it will be at the Tanger Outlet Mall, which is perfect because then you can drop your kids off, you can go shopping, you can spend some money, and also look for this beautiful young lady who can sort of guide you on your journey as well. She's been through it, she's lived through it, she understands it. So please reach out to my beautiful guest, Dr. Ralu, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in to another fabulous episode of Your Our Unity. I'd like to thank my guest again, Dr. Ralu, for being here and for being an inspiration. Please go out there and love on your children, love on those who are different, show compassion, respect their differences, and accept them for who they are. I want you to have a fabulous evening. Please remember that peace and love is in the palm of our hands. So let's go out there and be some love, share some love, and just walk in love. And also remember, you're our unity. It's what you do, what you contribute, how you live your life that is going to make this world a better place. So let's go out there and do that every single day. Let's be happy within the confines of who we are. But more importantly, let's just make sure that we're trying to make someone else's life better as well. I will see you in 2 weeks here on Your Our Unity. I want you to have a fabulous evening, and we're going to say good night. Say good night, Dr. Ralu. I love you.